And hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody all over the world here. We've got another great race today between Pikapals and CS Tutor. You are watching the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament. My name is Dazed Cloud here. I'm going to be joined today by Homemade Beer. How you doing there, bud?
Doing good, doing good. How are you?
I can't complain here. I'm very excited to see a race between two chubby Pikachus.
Yeah, I've always loved this sprite. It looks like, a lot of the motions are funny, like bashing the sword around, swinging it all over the place. I've always felt like some of the sprites have different motions that make it look funny, and loved how
Yeah,
the Pika sprite looks.
yeah, the kind of thickachew that we kind of got going here.
Yeah, and dashing around, and yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be in here. Pikapals has taken the first game. We are in on game 2 between these guys. Now, Beer there, I think you had kind of watched the first game there. You want to maybe fill some people in? I know it didn't get a restream.
Yeah, sure. Basically, it was a fairly quick seed, except for one troll item. At some point in the seed, they found the mirror in Skullwoods. It led them to Death Mountain, and then Death Mountain had everything: hookshot, mitts, like every item basically. And then the only thing left to find in the game was the Quake Medallion, which was in the back of Pendant Thieves Town. And rando gonna rando sometimes. It took a while for Tutor to find his way down there, and Pikapals had it earlier than climbing the mountain, so it didn't end up trolling him.
And sometimes that's all it takes here. Now, since we are playing hard standard mode, we're going to start off with one of like 7 different items from Uncle. Looks like today we've got the bow, and we had a quick map check there at the beginning. That was a red crystal over on Desert Palace, and then crystals throughout the rest of the light world. As our first chest, second chest of the day is going to be the Ether Medallion.
Yeah, bow start's always nice for easy execution and escape. It's a nice item to have, just for lots of bosses, and opens up Eastern as well.
Yeah, that's kind of a decision you have to make, though. Like, do you want to go directly to Eastern after you finish the escape sequence here, or are you gonna maybe go to CAC, see if you can make your escapes, your Eastern trip a little faster? You might find boots, you might find a hookshot. I mean, it's kind of up to you.
Yeah, we definitely see that a lot of players in this tournament have made interesting choices with bow starts. Like one of the other ones that is more popular than I kind of expected is, at some point after getting the bow and finishing the escape sequence, going straight from your house to the Uncle using the Ancilla fake flippers from the dock below.
Yeah, no, that's another option. You can do that. I've seen there's all sorts of different things that you can see. People trying to find an edge. I mean, the beginning of the game is, it's all the same. Like we're looking for some sort of Dark World entry there. We got to find a Moon Pearl. We've got to find either gloves and a hammer, or we got to find the ingredients to get up to Aga Tower. So you're trying to find an edge, but I mean, a lot of times in the beginning, there's not really that much you can do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially early game. There's not really any way to skip very many things.
Yeah, I think like the most that most people could skip is occasionally you'll see like an ice rod cave skip, or maybe going out to the desert, skipping that. Looks like we've got the map in Zelda's Cell, which means that, well, we've got to find some bombs to get the 3 items that are sitting in the back of Escape right now.
Yeah, I don't think I don't remember any enemy drops so far. I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Actually, here, I guess we're going to worry about farming more up at the top of the castle there. There's a lot better places to do it than down here. But yeah, no, that's crazy. We haven't seen a single drop yet, I don't think.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Bad RNG, I guess.
It's a 50-50 for getting a drop off of any of the guards, any of the enemies in the game here, but we haven't had anything yet. All right, we might start seeing some stuff here in a second. Nothing?
No.
And we can't even talk about the prize packs right now because they're just not showing us anything. Well, gonna make our way back to escape. Both runners are at a pretty good rate right now. You want to try to be about 4 minutes into the main throne room area there, the main lobby area. Pikapals is probably gonna shoot a whole bunch of these ropes down here and see if we get anything, or just one and go.
Or just not.
I'm very surprised actually.
Oh, okay. Well,
He knew.
yeah, he must have known. Yeah, there you go.
That's the only thing I knew. Only thing I can say right there is he knew.
Very smart. Heads up play there by Pikapals. Just wait for the bombs in Dark Cross so you don't have to worry about wasting arrows and time.
Yeah. Well, got the key rat there. The key rat was nice enough to run right for him here. Tutor's gonna have to go up into the corner to get the key rat, unfortunately.
Yeah, good thing Pika missed the first shot anyway.
Well, let's I guess it's time to move on to the rest of this. So what do you think here? You think you go straight to CAC at this point, or are you gonna go for something crazy? You gonna go for a South Shore dip? What's your move out of escape here?
I tried to do different openers and ended up throwing me off mentally of like not being, knowing what to do next kind of thing. So I just started always just doing CAC to South Shore and then making decisions based on that. I'm not good enough to meta, so.
It's kind of a hard thing to do here. It looks like the last item is just a shield for our runners. Since we're playing hard mode today, basically you're only going to see a fire shield as your maximum. You're only going to see tempered sword. If you like silvers, you got to play a different mode. 14 hearts maximum, all of that good fun stuff. If you've been keeping up with the tournament, you already know that.
Yeah, how about you? What do you have any other openers after escape in standard mode that you like to do, especially with a bow?
So yeah, if I've got a bow, it's hard to say, exactly. Like Ooh, we're doing Aga.
Well then.
Oh, okay. One runner knows that, one runner doesn't. That could be a thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. I usually don't check that without the boots. I just kind of rope it into bonk rocks, or occasionally if you have glove and lamp for dart or for Death Mountain access, I might just kind of make the quick trek up there, but it's usually not anything on there. So that's an interesting rod.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way with you there, Beer. It's if that sucker if there's something on there, that is often a last location for me unless I have boots, because if I don't have boots, I can't get it anyway, so why would I check it?
Right, yeah, and another thing that's funny when you see an item there like that, it starts to feel like, oh, we're just going to find everything that we need to get it like super late in the game, and it's going to be a really late item, like, oh, the boots were actually in the Dark World, and so was the lamp, and blah, blah, blah.
Right. And a lot of times the other thing is this is like, if there's something on there, you'll kind of get the feeling pretty quickly, because usually it goes, oh, okay, there's something on there. Hey, we're going to make this an Aga seed for you anyway, so, like, to get into Dark World.
Yeah, that's, like, kind of the best case scenario, right?
Yeah, and then you just end up dropping down there blind at one point and all of a sudden looking up and going, oh, hi!
I remember there were some earlier races in the group stages. I think it was a Sailor Nep race where versus Purity Wong, where I think it was a bow on there, and one of them dropped in blind, and the other one did after doing Aga with the boots, everything, did a quick check, and then was like, oh yeah, that's a bow. I'm gonna go grab it.
Yeah, no, that's kind of nice here. Now, cstutor got kind of lucky there. He went ahead and spent his money on the bottle vendor there first. Ended up getting the sword out of it, which, you know, big win there. Came back, jumped into the well, got a hammer, which is always great, super important thing to have. And then the last chest that Pikapals just opened right there got him the 3 bombs he needed to blow open the back of the well.
Yeah, I think he made a decision earlier in Escape to use the second bomb to get out just a slightly bit faster.
Yeah, I'm not even 100% sure that if you blow open that top thing in Escape that it's particularly faster, but, you know, either way, 300 rupees there out of the back of the chicken house is going to give them the money back at least.
Yeah, that's nice to have. See if they buy bombs on the way out of CAC here, being only down to 1 already. 1 or 2.
All right, so the Pikapals already bought the bombs there, and cstutor deciding not to and getting 3 bombs there out of the back of the tavern. So things kind of going his way right now.
Yeah, this is a very lucky bomb seed.
All right, so both runners got lamp. We've got a sword. We've got hammer right now. Haven't seen a moon pearl yet. Going to get a quick check of the race game and find that it's 10 arrows. So that's a quick save and quit and time to go do something else.
Yeah, now with that lamp in the bow, Eastern's starting to feel a little more reasonable as an early play, as it guarantees the dungeons in full logic. I know that, you know, most of these runners it's not needed to have the lamp necessarily, but also if you're following logic closely, it helps to know that what you're doing is like, it might be what the seed wants you to do at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is that, like, if you theoretically say you put off going to Eastern a little bit later, you go down to South Shore, you grab a mirror, you grab your Dark World access. Then when you come over to Eastern, you could possibly do Eastern and Pod together, save yourself a little bit of time.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of those pretty decent time saves once you start, you know, learning these kind of tricks of how to route more efficiently. That's really useful.
I missed what Sasharala said there. Was Swamp Palace as our green pendant today?
Yep. It's one of those green pendant swamp seeds.
I mean, that's just been the name of this tournament. Is if there's a pendant, one of them's going to be swamp.
Yeah, it seems to be happening a lot for sure. I think in the first, like the first 10 qualifiers, I want to say like 7 of them were pendant swamp. Something kind of off.
It's some stupid number like that. Yeah, I just remembered playing all through those qualifiers and just going, oh, good, it's a could be a hover seed again.
Again.
Well, okay, time to go into Eastern Palace. Both runners are basically in the same room as each other here.
Yeah, they have different information. Tutor knows the swamp information. Pikapals knows there's a fire rod on Lumberjack.
I mean, if I all things being equal there, I think I'd rather have Pikapals information right now.
Yeah, fire rod's pretty big because it's one of those things that, you know, if it's not an Aga for Dark World seed, then as soon as Pikapals finds the boots and, you know, decides I need the fire rod now, he just can go grab it.
Right, and that's kind of a big thing here. Is we don't actually 100% know that. Oh, hey, there's
Hello.
a hook shot. Okay, now that's starting to get me leaning towards this is just going to be Aga for Dark World, but we don't 100% know that fire rod is necessary.
That's true. Yeah, we've definitely seen some seeds where that was the case, and there was a race recently too where the fire rod was not needed for anything except the GT big key on the right side of Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, and in that case, there are ways around that. Did that race end up okay? So there's our AGA access taken care of. And did that race end up having like a bomb jump over to the right side of a GT there, or did they just end up finding the fire rod at some point?
Yeah, he went and ended up finding the fire rod. I think in that race it was in Pyramid Ferry. Fun place for that.
That's a good one right there.
Yeah. Oh, I like this play from Tutor here, grabbing the cash out of the back in case they want to go do Zora.
This is smart there. It makes it so that if you have to go to Zora and say Mini Moldarm Cape has a fat load of nothing there, you're gonna be safe. All right, so Pikapals is going to take out these two Igors really fast and then head into his... Okay, maybe not particularly fast this time. These guys are jerks. If you miss time, like...
Oh!
How?
That was a thing.
Okay. So both runners having a little trouble with these red Igors today here. They are just known jerks.
Yeah, so, that was a bit trolly.
All right, Pikapals getting the quick kill on the Armos Knights here, getting his first crystal. CS Tutor, I don't think I've seen this setup here.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, like, do what you know, do what works, do what's consistent kind of setups. He's mentioned it that, that's the one he's practiced and can do it cleanly as we just saw, so.
Yeah. No, it's I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between which way you set that up there, but yeah, no, that was a clean kill. Well, mostly clean kill over on CS Tutor side there. Maybe lost like a second.
Yeah, missed like one arrow.
Yeah, that's all it takes. That's all it takes on those guys there. You get off by like 1 pixel, you miss your timing by a second there, and you end up losing just a smidge of time. Nothing that will probably cause problems, but yeah, it's still early. We'll see here.
I was curious here. Pikapals is doing Mini Moldarm B4 Dam. I wonder if this is a play to rope in Agina with these two. Oh, well, I'm getting rewarded with a book.
See, this is why you do that play. I was about to say that.
And a nice rod there.
And a glove. So this might be kind of an interesting thing here, because if you come over here, you get the book. You can then jump back over. When you come back, do the dam and do Agina's Cave in one trip there. I mean, a lot of people like to split it up that way. Yeah,
I know that play. I've done it. I've seen it where you get the book and the glove and you have fire, and if you don't have the boots, it's a little risky, but then you can head over to Desert and Agina and try and find stuff there. If it seems like that's what the seed's guiding you towards,
A quick little shout out to CS Tutor. Smart use of ether in Mini Moldarm Cave just takes out all 4 of those guys. You didn't have to chase them around at all. Just one button and everything dies.
Yeah, I always love that there because they, the Moldarm's troll.
Oh yeah, you
knock them out real quick.
Yeah, you throw a bomb at them and the bomb decides that I've exploded over the Moldorm. It does not count.
Exactly. And so this is another thing too. Well, we don't have Moon Pearl yet, so it's kind of awkward now. In CS Tutor's case, he has enough money for Zora, which is in logic, but not the Moon Pearl, so can't do the Waterfall Cave. If he decides to go up there, it's kind of just for that check and maybe Hobo at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Pikapals saved and quit out of Ice Rod Cave. I kind of expect Tutor to do the same here, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a bit of a trip there. You could always like Ancilla fake flippers there from just north of the Lake Hile Island if you really wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Although we have killed or we'll just get the flippers and then not have to worry about it at all. So Moon Pearl in Waterfall Ferry. Is that what we're calling here?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. It's going to be over there somewhere. Oh, here you go. It looks like Tutor is making the play.
This is a good route. This is a good route from Tutor, because you're headed up the mountain anyway right now, so you can just kind of stop and grab whatever you need. As he takes a quick double take and it's like, wait, yeah, no, I'm gonna need that.
Yeah. Yeah, the flippers were actually kind of interesting there because I wonder if it's one of those ping pong, starting to feel like a ping pong seed, you know? Come up here to get the flippers, go back down to get something in Zora, go back up, you know, to get something else.
Yeah, send you down to Waterfall Cave to get the mitts, to send you back up the mountain to get something, to get the boots, to send you up to, like... I mean, I see you've played this game before, sir.
Well, it's seed dependent, right? Yeah.
All right. Well, we have found the Moon Pearl here at the top bottom of Paradox Cave.
Yeah, we're getting kind of close to that Swamp Palace access.
Yeah. We just need a mirror here. We got 5 checks in here. Well, we're gonna have all 3 medallions and the Cane of Samaria. Man, we need a Dark World map check. We need it now.
Yeah.
Because that's all 3 medallions known about. And we don't have Quake because it is mirror locked. Yeah, okay, that is a good point there. But wow.
Well, so if we find the mirror, then we're looking for mitts and boots. Might be in go mode depending on if Meyer is a pendant.
Yeah, I mean that's man. If I'm Pikapals right now, I would really consider orphaning Spiral Cave and jumping into that portal right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably wouldn't do it, but I mean, I would be tempted to.
Yeah, it is nice to know that information, especially with a Hammer Glove Dark World access, because then you can sort of know which starting point you go approach the Dark World from. Because if Pod's a pendant, then and you start from the Hype Cave portal, then you have to make a choice after Hype Cave if you go do Pod or go left, and then get some of the South Village checks. But if like Thieves Town and Skull Woods are pendants, like do you want to go there first?
Yeah, I mean, that little bit of information can actually make a huge difference, because if you start at the right spot there, you can end up getting crystals quickly, and if you start at Hype Cave and it turns out that there's, nothing in that area there, you're gonna have a walk to actually get something. As Pikapals finds a small key, finds 1 item, and then decides to Harapot. So he's gonna play the percentages that there's nothing in the Hera big chest here, and remains to see if he's just going to orphan it if it turns out that that's where the second item is.
Right. Yeah, and I think Tutor is having your reading your thoughts a bit here. It looks like his goal here is to get Spiral Cave out of the way, finish up Hera, and then dive the portal before leaving.
I would support this 100%. I kind of like this play because, like, if it turns out, because you do have your Dark World access right now. Now, say like the second item in Hera turns out to be Blue Cane, then you can just jump right into Spike Cave, never have to think about that stupid place again.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, second item's going to be in that big chest. So if you want to get all the items out of Hera, you got to go take a coffee break.
Yeah, let's see what CS Tutor decides to do here. Neither of them checked Ether yet, right? I think that's got to be next on. No?
Looks like Pikapals is just forgetting.
This is he has to be forgetting here, because you don't go to Spiral Cave and then go back to Ether.
No. And he's now remembering.
All right.
Yeah. All right, hands up if you've done that. Yeah, I'm raising my hand at the moment.
Same.
Yeah. All right, CS Tutor's going to do the exact same thing here because I feel like everyone would probably make a pretty similar decision. And then fails the Hera pot and is going to go down to the basement here. So he's going to get to see everything out of Hera.
Yeah, it looks like he picked up that magic too. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but I think that screws up the bomb and Scylla variable.
Oh yeah, no, if you get that thing in the air, it does mess you up pretty bad then, and all of a sudden, yeah, you're dealing with the inner workings of the game that people know about, and I just kind of don't.
Yeah,
I just play the game.
Know enough to know when it's broken.
Oh, and he's out of bombs. All right. Oh, thank you, chat. Yeah, you're right. That yeah, it's kind of hard to do the Hera pod if you don't have bombs. Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's a good call there. All right, Pikapals gets his 5 rupees from Spiral Cave, and he is out of here.
This could end up being really interesting. Like one of those, if there's something in there, it's one of those like, oh, that mistake led to, helping a lot.
Oh yeah,
I don't know mistake, but the failed bomb drop rather.
This is a straight up win condition for Tutor right now. Like if it turns out that say boots or something are in the Hera big chest right now, Pikapals is not going to get back there for ever. Yeah, it's just ever. or probably when it's far too late to do something about it. All right, but we're gonna get a hype cave check here on Pikapal's side. This is usually a cave of incredible disappointment. Cape failed chest turn, and a cape. All right, so we got a cape.
Did he do a map check?
I haven't seen one yet. No, just bombs in the big chest.
Those are the bombs.
So, yeah, Pikapals is safe here. Other one is in Mire today. That's a pendant in Mire, and I didn't get the third one.
Oh, well, I actually missed the other pendant, but the Mire play means no flute, possibly?
Does look that way there. Ice and Mire, according to chat there, so... Boy, must be really happy we got flippers right now. So this is an Agaseed right now, for sure.
Yeah, and then taking that hype cave check and then going to going to pod afterward makes sense as it's crystal.
5 items out of pod here. Tutor having a little bit of trouble there with Moldorm, but gets him down. That's we're tied up on crystals right now, and man, yeah, we're gonna have to see exactly where Tutor wants to go first now.
Yeah, I feel like up to this point, the seed's been pretty linear, just telling you where to go, one item at a time, until you enter Dark World is like pretty much where it can have some deviations.
Yeah, we're on kind of a boots hunt right now. Things could get really, really awkward for our runners here if things start requiring you to go other places. Now, it looks like Tutor is gonna get this quick. Yeah, he hasn't checked the inside of Spec Rock here, so.
Oh, that makes even more sense why he did Spiral first then.
Yeah. All right, and probably gonna get a quick look inside of the Dark World here in the portal, and then I guess it's saving and quitting for him.
And Pikapals pulled a mirror off the bridge chest.
Okay. Yeah, no. Mirror and pod there, that's friendly.
I mean, it usually never happens, right? Never.
I've never seen it before. No, never. Thank you, Tutor, for a little bit longer of a map check there, so we could actually see that the other 5/6 crystal was on Turtle Rock today. Okay, we're gonna start over on the Hype Cave side for Tutor as Pikapals is making his way back.
Yeah, this makes sense. He went in with a little more information, knowing that Pod was a crystalline. So I think with all the required equipment and logic, you go do Pod next. Makes sense.
Oh yeah, totally. And yeah, he's gonna get his cape and a couple of rupees in here. Now, I'm trying to decide here with getting the flippers and getting bombos and such like that. Like, if I see mitts, am I tempted to go to Ice Palace immediately?
Oh yeah, one of those Bombos locks fire rod kind of moments. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm curious. I'm trying to think about where the boots might be in the sea. It seems like at this point they could just be anywhere. But at least both of our runners know about the fire rod on Aga or on Lumberjack rather, because this would have been a really hard thing to basically suss out as you get deeper into the seed.
Oh, definitely. Because like, if you do something like that, if one of the runners had that information, the other one didn't. You find boots, you probably still go clear other dungeons. But now that everybody knows, the moment that you find those boots, you're going to be heading directly to the Aga to go get that fire rod, because it's very necessary.
Oh yeah, definitely. And, Pod providing all the weird items, as it does. Little mushroom in the back.
That'll be a fun one to route in.
Well, I guess with the mirror...
Yeah, with the mirror, I guess, yeah, if you go up that way from, like, the pyramid or something. Or if you're gonna come across to check, like, Graveyard Ledge from the, from the village area there, and you can keep going all the way over to Catfish, take a quick stop, and check it then. I don't know. It's just kind of an awkward thing with no flute, right?
Do you think we even see a flute on this seed?
God, I kind of hope so. Because we got no flute and no boots right now. So right now our runners are doing a whole lot of walking. And outside of that mirror and that mushroom, it doesn't look like we got a single thing in here.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering, it's one of those, like, the layout's gonna end up being, flute and validation chest or something silly.
Oh God, yeah, that's always a fun one. And Sarah's like, here, you could have used this. It's like, yeah, thanks, game, that's great.
Yeah. Or you end up like finishing your last crystal dungeon and the boss drops the flute, and you're kind of like, well, I guess I'll just go fun, save and quit and go to Death Mountain. Thanks.
Yeah, Trinex goes, here you go, kid. Well, Pikapals is going to make his way back to Helmasaur there. He's got, what is that? That's 9 hearts there, so probably way more than enough. He's got a lamp, he's got everything, so this shouldn't exactly be difficult for him.
Yeah, I think the NMG fight is, 6 hearts?
Oh, it's nasty is what it is. I want to say 7, but...
It's not the funnest, right?
Yeah. And Pikapals is like, he's a high level, I want to say NMG, at least very much the spoiler tournament runner. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Pikapals has been around for years. One of the people that I've kind of watching kind of got me into Rando. I learned massive amount of stuff with this, and I guess with this, we're going to get into our Helma fight. I will say this real fast. If you could, give these runners a follow. If you like Rando, you will learn a lot from watching them. They could also use your support, so, go ahead and if you could do that, as Pikapals is, at the moment, taking 17 hits to Helmasaur's face to go ahead and do this. We got the NMG hammer shots there. Man, didn't even miss a single one. Woo.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Didn't even get the fireballs too.
That was a great fight on Pikapal's side there, as that's going to be crystal number 3. Tutor's setting up for a hammer yump. He might be I think probably taking too much time here. I think the floor is going to catch his bomb no matter what at this point.
Oh, nice.
Wow, by the skin of his teeth, he made that.
Is this a swamp dive?
Could be actually. It's either a swamp dive or just a Bombos tablet check leading to a swamp dive, possibly.
Yeah, it's a pretty I don't want to say out of the way, but a pretty aggressive play towards going straight to Bombos here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking he might come back, go into his portal, and then kind of leave his portal someplace where, like, if not swamp, but if desert turns out to be boots locked, that he could come back to.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then, yeah.
Or we don't have time for that, and let's be nope. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what you said. Oh, I guess they haven't been over here because of no flute early, huh?
Yep, that's the other thing too. So
yeah.
There are possibly 2 items available, possibly 0. Somewhere between 0 and 2 items available in desert right now. It depends on how badly it's boots locked.
You know, I was just kind of looking at the layout of this seed and thinking for a second, and boots could be on ped.
Yep, that is a possibility. It's a nasty possibility. I mean, I in that case, okay, we are possibly not boots locked right now. But yeah, no, if boots are on ped, I think at that point, okay, there's 1 item on the torch. If boots are on ped, then we are and not happy, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty unlikely. It's 100%, like 100%, 99% not going to happen. But I just was noticing. I was trying to think of like, wait, can this happen? And like, yeah, I guess it could. They find the mitts.
Yeah, they find the mitts. They find the flute. I mean, we have access to all 3 medallions right now. We don't know exactly which one we need for Turtle Rock, but it doesn't really matter.
It's probably just that Quake sitting on the mountain. Key under the mat, as they say.
Yeah, well, it's probably going to be one of those where you have to go, you stand on top of Turtle Rock, you open the portal there, you find out that it's Quake, and you go, all right, fine. You walk back across the mountain to get the Quake. Because you're not going to get it the first time. You're going to go south route up to it.
Oh, there's 2 items in desert.
Yeah, I mean, Bugnet's not bad.
Yeah, they have a bottle.
I mean,
they have the mushroom, so that was a choice.
I know what Pikapals is trying to do there. Okay, so if you oh god, what is it? If you slam left and right,
it's the R button.
Oh, R button, yeah. To get to you can actually move through those those little sand traps there, like surprisingly quickly.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's one of those things where the R button allows you to spam out of it, but the L button does nothing for some reason.
Oof. Yeah, either way, I think I would have just walked around, but.
Yeah.
So Tutor's making a different play here. Looks like we're gonna go into Village of Outcasts. So we've got a little bit of divergence here from these guys. We've had divergence for quite a while at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that it's still kind of early in the seed. I mean, we're getting right in solidly into the mid game here. I guess kind of that's usually where Dark World starts. And, oh, he's checking pet.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what we got here. As Pikapals is into land mode, his land mode fight's going to use the Ice Rod. Ped says it's nothing.
Not the boots. But yeah, getting bullied, running out of, or getting all his bombs taken away again. He's kind of been having a tough time with the bombs in the seed.
They like to show up at like the most opportune times for him, it seems like. It's like, oh, I'm out of bombs. Oh, never mind. All right, crystal number 4 over there on Pikapal's side there. He took down Landmo. Ice Rod. Landmo is just, it's extremely awkward.
Yeah.
the timing is just
I'm kind of wondering too now, Tutor finding that cape and having the bottle where it is puts Spike Cave in logic, which is now out of the way for both runners, but finding cape and Hype Cave and then going to do the Village of Outcast North checks here is a good opportunity to check that on the way through as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think, to be honest, if we end up finding those boots here, you might see an immediate save and quit from these guys just to go, okay, no, I know what I need to go do. I'm gonna go do that. And looks like that was one item there out of the front of Skull Woods, and Pikapals is going back down to the southern area here.
Is this a swamp play now? I keep saying that, I know, but
yes. I think this is a swamp play.
Okay.
Nope. Oh, that was a good deke on his side. I have to give him that, because he was walking that way and it really looked like one.
He wants us to think so. Actually, I'm thinking about it too, because Fire Rod is required to complete Skull Woods. I kind of like this play from Tutor to say, you know, you don't want to last location boots and Fire Rod because you're holding out looking for them before you come in here, you know. And because it's one of those dungeons that's set up in a way that the front is overworld, as they say.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like to skip the front of Skull Woods, which works as long as there's not something important in it.
Right.
So Pikapal's doing the south route here, not finding anything on K45 and Stumpy. CS Tutor's going to give us that the bumper ledge check to find out if Hype Cave was complete garbage or not. Yeah, pretty garbage.
Pretty much. Not going to spend 30 seconds picking up a single heart here, or however long it takes.
But this route of his, I'm kind of thinking we're going to be orphaning Catfish.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, we're getting kind of deep enough into the seed to wonder. These boots aren't free, apparently. And Dazed, where do you think the boots are going to be?
I'm going to laugh if they're just sitting in the first 3 chests of Thieves Town and neither runner went to go see. I mean, at this point, I'm starting to wonder if maybe they're sitting sitting there, or possibly just sitting in swamp
or vanilla, right?
Oh, vanilla. That's another option. Green pendant swamp. That's 7 items.
Oof. Yeah, as we get deeper into the seed, I'm wondering. It doesn't feel like they're going to be on the way, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to want to see Thieves Town before I start saying anything else here, because Pikapals did all of the south route here and found a whole fat lot of nothing. But we haven't seen Thieves Town yet. Thieves Town, to me, it's 4 items. You're going to have to do it. There's no other option. And quite often it's got something for you in here. And that's not even counting the 7 chests, the other 3 chests that are around the village area here. So there's like 7 chests in this one little pocket. But I don't know, we'll see.
We haven't done anything, or sorry, there's not much left, rather, except for Pyramid and Catfish that we haven't seen, I think, at this point, right?
Yeah, Pyramid and Catfish. I mean, you mentioned Spike Cave. I mean, Spike Cave is always the worst place for anything to ever be.
Yeah, especially with Kate Bottle version of it. Like nobody wants that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where you start counting your hearts and you go, okay, wait. But that's where like a bug net would actually really come in handy, because you just you grab the fairy right before you go in there and you go, all right, I'm good now. No, nothing out of Thieves Town yet.
Was that a map and a compass?
I believe so, yeah.
Nice dungeon.
We might get all, like if we see a small key and a big key here next, we might see all 4 items in the back of Thieves Town. All right. So we get 1 piece of heart there at the beginning. All right, Pikapals doing the same checks that Tutor was doing. Tutor got to be a little bit careful. He is now basically at the level where he's going to get one shot by anything in this dungeon.
Yeah, I think he got smacked by the Zazak on the way out of the big key chest.
Yeah, it's easy to do because, especially in this first part of Thieves Town, those things hide under the bridges so good here. Quick check there. Oh, okay, so our stun price today is going to be hearts, so let's stun all these guys and refill our health.
Very convenient timing to find that out. Did Tutor check brewery before coming in?
No, he did C-Shape House and then immediately went into Thieves Town. I'm a little surprised because, like, yeah, if boots are in one of these other places, that they definitely help with Thieves Town.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
Pikapals is going to go ahead and he's going to at least check the chest game for us, and going to check brewery as well. Okay, so Tutor made the correct play, the correct call in this time.
Yeah, I can just grab that on the way out and then do the South Dark World checks, or South Village checks that Pikapals did earlier.
Yeah, that's probably his play right there, is if you're going to go just that way, everything will be all right. Yeah, man, maybe it is that swamp play after all.
It's starting to kind of get there, isn't it? We have all the things to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the game gives you everything to go to swamp, but it's like, do you really want to make that your play here? And especially if you're Tutor, you're already down 1-0, right?
Right.
Are you going to want to risk your tournament on that?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess we got an item here in the Thieves Town big chest. Luckily, we do already have the hammer. Oh, man. Okay, progression. Where are you at?
Yeah, wrong red item, please.
I guess it really is probably just Swamp Palace. I mean, we got the one item here that's left on blind, and other than that, yeah,
and then I guess it's just Swamp and Spike Cave, Pyramid, and Catfish. I mean, one of those sounds better than 3 of those.
Yeah, true.
And the one that sounds better sounds terrible, so...
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, is like, you can go do the 7 items. All right, Tutor getting a little off script here, but still having a sword beam, so, like... in no danger at all. We get a tempered sword there off of blind, so that's a nice little drop there. That's good crystal number 4 for Tutor. Now Tutor actually still has desert. He has everything in that area to check.
That's true.
So a few more things on his side.
I wondered too if I guess this would make sense actually if the runners are waiting to find boots before checking pyramid, because after you do Aga, you could check pyramid on the way out.
Ooh,
unless the boots are there, of course.
Oh, you know what? That is a really, really good call, honestly. Yeah, if you go directly to Aga right now, you could end up on the pyramid. Go ahead and clear that, clear catfish. You know, we haven't seen Hobo, we haven't seen the waterfall, we haven't seen any of that yet either, have we?
That's right. They got the flippers at some point.
Yeah, they got the flippers from the old man, and we never had a reason to go check all of that because we never had any. There was like we had crystals to clear. Why would we waste time doing that?
Yeah. Our tracker keeping us honest and paying a lot more attention.
Yeah. Big shout outs to our tracker today, Saber UX. There, he just absolutely keeping on point there, because you know we get to sit here and yap about what we see. He actually has to pay attention.
Yeah. None of this is possible without trackers. So, you know, go buy a beer for your local tracker.
I wouldn't mind some homemade beer myself, actually. Just thinking about your name, I'm like, you know, I could go for something like that right now. Oh, Pikapals getting a little off there as well, but Blind is down on that side and picks up his tempered sword. Now that's crystal number 5 for Pikapals. So I mean, you know, considering that we're running out of locations, neither runner is doing, you know, is being inefficient with their checks. Like, we're getting stuff done, we're getting things fast.
Yeah, definitely cleaning up. With, like you said earlier, the main difference that Pikapals has completed desert, finding that bug net in there, but nothing as far as progression, and then getting the crystal as well. Now,
this is a little different for Pikapals, since he didn't go to, since he came from the south already. He's got a route all the way over to Catfish and Mushroom.
Are we seeing the play?
It's the play. I mean,
this might be huge.
This is a big play right now. I'm gonna say that there's mitts in here.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean,
that's definitely one.
That's not a. I don't feel like that's a unreasonable call, quite honestly.
Mitts and swamp? Yeah, never happens.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. Pendant swamp's got mitts, really? All right. What else is new, game?
Thanks, game.
Well, curious also Pikapals here. Where we're going there? Guess probably Mushroom Catfish is the plan. You got the flippers, you can just jump across easy. First item in Swamp is going to be just a heart piece.
Oh yeah, and I suppose after Catfish you can rope in all the flippers checks.
I mean, Pikapals has got a really strong route right now.
Yeah, they're both kind of hitting their respective densities here. You know, being in the area that they chose to do, as Pikapals did the south to north route through Village of Outcast, and CS Tutor did the north to south route. So this kind of makes sense from both of them, the way that they routed.
I mean, one person is going to end up being right and one person isn't. I mean, that's Rando in a nutshell right there. But yeah, we're going to see really soon which one of these guys had exactly the correct route, I guess.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of turning into one of the binary seeds. Like, did you which one did you pick? Was it the right one?
I don't know which one I'd rather be doing right now. I mean, if pyramid is just the boots are just sitting there on the pyramid, like right in the open, everyone's gonna feel really silly. But
Yeah.
okay, so we got a catfish check here on Pikapals. Angry fish throws out 10 arrows. All right.
Yeah. Probably not feeling very good after swallowing 10 arrows, but you know, it's probably feeling better now.
Yeah, pointy. Ugh.
Yeah.
Not Waterfall Fairy either. Okay, so we're going to get a Zora Ledge check here from Pikapals, and then I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in Swamp too, because, man, just not a whole lot else to do.
Yeah. I think... I don't know. Spike Cave's a tough call at this point. If it's there, then they both kind of get there pretty late, I'd guess.
Yeah. Man.
It's one of those checks that like kind of barely feels like it's in logic, even though that doesn't make sense. It either is or it isn't, but just cape in a bottle, like. Ugh.
Right. It's not something that you're thinking to yourself, that's fantastic. Well, it's not going to be Zora either. Like this entire north route here has just struck out for Pikapals. I'm starting to think it might be Tutor with the right play here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pikapal's about to follow him in. Or everyone was wrong and it was in Spike Cave the entire time. Because why would you do Spike Cave before the 30 other checks?
I mean, no, like Spike Cave is completely useless and it's never there. Except when you want to lose a match. Wow, that's an amazing left side swamp there on Tutor side. You got a big key and the and a map. That feels good. This is when you're hoping that there's something big in the big chest here right now, so that you didn't just completely do that to waste some time. Because I'm pretty sure the first two items that he grabbed were items, so there's a possibility that this is just like the compass. Oh no!
Oh, you called it. Well, Swamp was the play.
Okay, yeah. So you have to go do awful left side swamp here. A very skippable left side swamp either, yeah, as well. To be honest, there is a reasonable chance that Pikapals maybe just goes to the back first, because if you got two items, like going left side when you've got two items up front there, you might just be getting junk from left side swamp.
That's a good point. Yeah, like try to god swamp it.
Yeah. I mean, because if you don't go left side there, and if you go left side and it's just junk back there, you've just thrown away two to 3 minutes where you might not have had to.
I feel like your Ice Palace call earlier is sounding a little more spicy too now. You got the mitts. What are you gonna do with them?
Yeah, so like, okay, so mitts opens up Smith Chain. It opens up Dark Death Mountain, and it opens up Ice Palace. At the moment.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Dark Death Mountain? There's more checks there, but it's also risky for time-wise.
I mean, yeah, you don't need to know what the Turtle Rock Medallion is, as we get a bottle there off of our good friend Argus. So CS Tutor has full cleared this dungeon. Now also has opened up the green pendant as an option.
Do you think he rushes this here? I mean, you invested this much time beyond the midst to...
I really think he's going to go to desert just to see.
That's right.
But yeah, and it looks like Pikapals is also just going to go directly left side here. I mean, a little surprised, but you know, it's a smart play when you know you're going to be full clearing the dungeon anyway. It's probably the smart play to do.
Yeah, that makes sense here. They didn't come in here to finish the boss, so. It's a different setup. It looks like he's buffering one frame up.
Yeah, I think he's too high. Yeah. Okay, there he goes. He's got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know if there was a setup. Because I only know the one where you align yourself with the rail, and it looked like he was slash buffering up one frame one pixel.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know that one works down in the basement there, but I don't think that works up here. I mean, honestly, Pikapals knows more about this game than I do. So,
yeah.
I mean, if he's doing that, he's got a reason. So
yeah, it makes sense.
All right, so Tutor's gonna find out that Desert is not boots locked here, and then after that, man, outside of the Catfish and Zora checks that Pikapals has over him, we're going to be pretty equal.
Yeah, is that it? That might be it, right? Catfish,
yeah,
Zora checks.
That's the only difference between the two runners right now is those Catfish and Zora checks. And, you know, Tutor doesn't necessarily have a reason to go over there. I mean, unless he does Ice Palace. He might do that stuff before Ice Palace. In Tutor's case, I kind of feel like Dark Death Mountain is going to be where he's going to go. Now, Pikapals, it's a bit more open.
Yeah, I think you're right. It seems like that makes sense because, you know, you find progression after not finding it for 30 minutes. And you kind of chase it, you know. It's like, let's go follow the myths. What are the myths open, and then you try to make sense of what the right play is supposed to be.
I mean, I'm gonna be honestly not surprised if it turns out that like myths are in the first chest of Turtle Rock or something stupid like that.
Oh.
Or not myths, or boots in the first chest of Turtle Rock.
But yeah, I think you're right. It makes sense, Dark Death Mountain, and then, you know, see if you can open TR, get your information. Well, they know they can. They have access to all three medallions, actually. But then also Spike Cave on the way.
Yeah.
Or sorry, on the way out, rather.
Yeah. You know, I would do that one. It's really tough to say.
It's probably scary for both of these runners too, being like an hour in, you haven't found anything for like half an hour, and you find the myths, and then that opens up a ton of crap that you've already basically done, like areas rather that you've already kind of gone to. Like, uh-oh, what do you choose?
It's such a nasty place to go here. It's real awkward. Pikapals are okay. Argus got a little away from him. He's still dead.
Sat on his head.
Yep. All right, Tutor's attempt with the ice rod here. God, man, it's just so slow, and it doesn't have like an obvious place that it hits.
Ooh, almost got him too there.
Yeah, that spin took care of it there. And all right, Pika, where are you headed?
I don't know.
I think the pyramid and green pendant turn in. It looks like, I think.
Oh, yep. I think you're right.
All right, Tutor's taking down his 5th crystal, so we're all tied up on crystals real fast. And oh yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Nobody has checked Hobo yet. We saw that. We knew that was going to just be 20 rupees, but yeah, we haven't seen Hobo yet. So, God, that would be really annoying if it turns out that the play for this entire game was just a fake flipper over to Hobo from the very beginning of the game.
That would actually be the worst.
Yeah, it would be the stupidest play ever, because you're like, I don't have a Moon Pearl, I can't do anything anyway.
Well, that is the play I was joking that I've definitely seen runners do with a bow start to just save and quit out of Sank after escape and do hobo.
Yeah. Well, Hobo is a bust there. That is just a piece of heart. Tutor is on his way up the mountain. We're going to get to see a little bit of what's in Dark Death Mountain, as Pikapals is going to be gracious enough to show us what's the green pendant and what's going to be on the pyramid, probably.
Interesting doing green pendant then pyramid here. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. They both are kind of terrible to walk around in. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a... Man, these are not fun checks to have to try to route in by themselves by any means. All right, answers. Boots!
Oh, boy. There's vanilla.
Wow.
Wow.
So...
Is that go mode?
That's go mode, it looks like. Yeah, I'm like looking through things right now. That is going to be go mode for Pikapals. Because, well, I mean, okay, technically not actual go mode yet. He hasn't picked up the fire rod, but he's en route to go get that.
For once, the runners are in no mode.
Yeah.
And not just the comms in chat.
Yeah, no, that we all hit it at the same time together here. And it turns out that the Turtle Rock Medallion was bombos today, so we're not going to be needing that quake off of the thing. Tutor is got to get himself over to that green pendant ASAP, because there is nothing in Hookshot Cave, nothing in Super Bunny that is going to help him here. If anything, right now the clock is on him to try to catch back up to Pikapals.
Yeah, I think the best case scenario is probably the first chest of TR being like a compass or something. And then you got to get over to green pendant. I think next. You spent all that time doing the back of swamp. You want your investments to pay off, you know.
That is true. That is true. I mean, if he's up here, it's like you kind of mentioned. There's a good chance he might be doing like Spike Cave and things like that. So this could unfortunately be really nasty for him.
Pika getting sniped by the arrow guard there.
The guy actually paid attention in that room? That never happens.
Yeah, best case scenario is Tutor gets locked out super fast here. Because there's a chance the key layout could allow him to get really deep in the dungeon, which we don't want.
No, you don't want to see him go all the way to Laser Bridge today.
Yeah.
Like, that can happen, but oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, Pikapals has climbed Aga Tower extremely quickly here. He's already into the Aga fight. Got a couple of guesses in chat there for how many blue balls you think will hold. Oh man, that is a high placement on his hook dash there.
Yeah.
Wow. You get up to the torch. You did that almost perfectly. All right, so Tutor finally gets locked out, but he got locked out with the blue cane, which means we're going Spike Cave, probably.
Yep. And it actually makes sense from his perspective as well.
Oh yeah,
that where it is.
I mean, going to that green pendant right there. I mean, it didn't really seem like the right. Well, it didn't seem like a likely play, but I mean, when you're down to single checks, there's not really a place that you're supposed to go. You know, you just go to a place and you just gotta go, please, 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 please.
Yeah, especially with Meyer as a pendant here, the flute making, turning in the green pendant, like, you know, pretty terrible to route. You have to go do it.
Right. And
there's no you've already done odd and eastern. Like, why would you go do that ever? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm actually kind of glad for Tutor's sake that the flute wasn't sitting there in Spike Cave, because if the flute was sitting there in Spike Cave, you go activate your flute, you go to Meyer Shed.
Yeah, exactly.
And Pikapals finishes the game while you're doing that.
And yeah, he's not even taking the portal here, doing anything. He's going straight to the green pendant.
Yeah, no, this is good for him. So he's gonna get his boots. He's gonna be an Aga tower climb behind Pikapals. But
yeah, all else equal, basically, right?
Yep. I mean, it's not, it's not terrible. That wasn't a terrible Aga fight on Pikapals. He didn't spam blue balls or anything, so it's pretty. It'll be pretty quick.
Yeah, and Tutor's opened TR and has the first key chest done. So, thinking of how much closer we can make this.
I mean, it's within the reason of like of GT routing, a couple of other things. There's a few things that you could have done for sure. So yeah, we're gonna have to kind of keep an eye on exactly when when all of this shakes out exactly.
Yeah, right. I think the most telling thing will be the TR entrance time or the GT entrance times, right? At this point, because of the differences and what they have left.
Yeah, because like once you hit go mode, it's pure execution race, and nothing against Tutor by any means. He's a very, very, very strong runner here. I don't necessarily want a execution race against Pikapals.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think most people would be terrified of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a handful of people that I would put like on the same level as execution. As Pika just got a shield eaten. So he's even faster now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if he's happy about that.
Oh, yeah, I'd be ecstatic at this point.
That was planned. He saw that coming. He saw the giant tongue coming his way and said, "Okay,
Yeah,
come here, take this shield."
Threw the shield at it and just go, "Here, it's yours now."
Here, you pay $500 for one of these bad boys.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, shields, for anyone who's new, shields do create a little bit of lag in this game. So, I mean, if you get your shield eaten, yeah, most of the time it's not actually, it's actually technically a good thing. It's not a huge amount. We're not talking like seconds or minutes or anything here. We're talking like frames.
Save the frames, gotta go fast.
Yep. All right, Tutor most of the way up here, gonna get a double spin, kill both of those guys. Pikapal's dropping into his Mothula fight. All right, and Moth being a bit of a jerk.
Yeah, he's hanging out on the spikes there on the upper deck,
and still dead. All right, that's crystal number 6 there for Pikapals at an hour and 11 minutes in. We are headed directly to Turtle Rock right after this.
Hello, Raiders from SpeedGaming Deutsch. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy the Link to the Past randomizer race.
Yeah, we are here with Pikapals and CS Tutor. Pikapals is up 1-0 on CS Tutor in this best of 3 right now. Pikapals is in go mode. We're headed to Turtle Rock right now. CS Tutor is about to get access to the lumberjack tree, which is where the fire rod is, and that's his go mode. So thank you for joining us today. My name's Days Cloud, joined by Homemade Beer, our tracker day, Sayryu X. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Man, late Aga fights, it just, I feel all of those, like, frustration sword slashes there from Tutor. Just over and over and over again, just like, come on, hurry up, game, hurry up. Alright, as Pikapals is about to open up Turtle Rock here, he's got his Bombos medallion out there. Tutor on the way to go get his fire rod. Just gonna get down this pyramid as quick as possible. Going kind of the longer route here. Yeah, this is a little unfortunate. If you go to the left there and mirror, it's going to be a bit faster than coming up to the right and then hookshotting across. It's not a huge difference, but yeah. Actually, I'm not, to be completely honest, I'm not 100% sure if it is faster. But either way, he's over here now. He's gonna pick up this stuff. Pikapals down to a single heart already. Ouch.
Yeah, did he get lasered there?
Looks like it. Yeah, maybe just set up the quick death warp here. Got to be a little careful that one of those berries doesn't get to him. He picks up a heart here, so he doesn't have to necessarily go the long way. And
yeah. Oh, had to pick up the heart to do the hookshot grab.
Right. And there's her flute, of course.
Of course.
We called that earlier.
Yeah.
I see here. Okay, I see what Tutor did. That's an interesting little idea there. Going the longer way, but being able to keep your portals so that you don't have to go back in through Skull Woods. Huh. Okay. I wonder if that was faster.
I don't know. It's an interesting way to do it, though. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've never seen it done that way, so I'm a little curious here. Now, geez, Pika. Well, you're now in jail there. That guy's not gonna let you out. If you want to be in a place there, you don't want to be on the right side trying to dodge these guys. Being on the left side, you've got a little bit of extra space just because of the way the game is. If you're on the right side and you've got the chomps going at you there, you got to be real careful because even if you're against the wall, they can get you.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those things you learn the hard way. Trying it a couple of times and realizing there's no actual room here. You just die.
Oh, Tutor, no.
Oh no.
I mean, okay, getting grabbed there, not the worst place. You can just immediately sprint back there, but that's not a great place for that to happen. Out of magic over there, as Pikapals had to go to Lava Chest to go pick up his big key. Ooh, I don't want to be putting words in, or putting emotions into runners there, but it kind of looks like Tutor might be a little bit nervous at this point. I think the nerves might be getting to him a little.
Yeah, finding that late boots might have just been like, oh crap, like, they were just sitting here the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, I went up to the mountain and I should have probably finished this. Yeah, he's being really aggressive with this Moth. He's got to start getting a little bit careful. He's camping up the top corner. Gets him down, thankfully.
Yeah, well done in the end. One of those, a Moth fight that you survive is a good Moth fight.
Yeah, no, 100% there. Pikapal is going to take just a second there to set up probably regain his health.
Yeah, I thought that was an accident at first because I know that the hook shot in that room is wonky when you first enter.
Yeah.
That if you're holding up the entire time, it will not activate in time to get across that pit if you're spamming the Y button.
Game is weird, man.
This game is weird. It's funny too because I've definitely seen people in various chats of top runners talking, like seeing them do tricks and breaking the game and how it looks so easy to just break the crap out of this game, but really almost every trick that is like common or that we know or that we use in these speedruns that we love so much were had to be figured out and are very specific like tricks.
Yeah, I mean there's a handful
really
of people.
Well designed, honestly.
Oh yeah, this is extremely, like, this game held up to people's like dissection of it for 30 years before we ever found out like Icebreaker and Diver Down were a thing.
Right. And there's still new glitches coming out. I think one was posted 2 weeks ago. like a new one that came out using like a bee and some clipping to get into Ice Palace.
Oh, I love that one. That one is hilarious. There, it's like the slide across the like dark Lake Hylia just directly into there, and it's just like you would never use that in any scenario whatsoever. It's a major glitch completely because it is one of the most ridiculous looking things. Anyway, Pikapals going into his last fight here against Trinex. And once he's done with that, we should probably start talking about getting numbers into chat for a little game we want to play.
Yeah, right. So there are 22 chests in Ganon's Tower, which can hold the big key, which allows you access to the top in order to fight the wizard. And then the bird can take you to the pyramid to fight Ganon to complete the game. So get your guesses in chat on which chest you think it will be, 1 to 22.
And Pikapals just took down Trinex made it look real easy there. Tutor has entered in, so he's about a Turtle Rock clear behind right now. He doesn't have to do any of the other 2 chests, so it's not going to be a super fast one. There is some time he can make up in here, but Pikapals is going to have at least a good 2 minutes to 3 minute lead on Tutor right now. So going into GT there, gonna have to figure out where the key is. What's your guess there, Beer?
I normally like to guess 1. I'd like to see a closer race, so I'm hoping it's somewhere where routing matters. But I'm not sure how Pikapals routes GT. I know there's a lot of kind of, I don't know what you call it, meta on runners, racers in this tournament, routing like the opposite of how their opponent might route or different things like that. So how about you?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. Man, just trying to guess exactly what the other guy's going to do is kind of a big deal after a point. I mean, I usually go left, right, left if I feel like I'm even slightly got a chance of being ahead. For exact reasons like that.
Yep.
Where you just don't end up don't get a key on the right side, and if the key's over there, going left, right, left will save you a bunch of time here. So this might be interesting to see exactly what Tutor does when he comes in. I'm going to say, get out a number here right now. I'm going to say 14. Never mind. I meant 5.
No, you had 14, but it was 1 plus 4. So
exactly, yeah. 1 plus 4. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Pikapal is going to go up this tower. He's going to go up there extremely quickly, and then he's got a date with a pig.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so Argus had a blue potion too, so they're both pretty clean on safeties as far as it goes.
Yeah, I want to say there's a blue potion, and I don't actually know what was in the other potion. I want to say it was a red.
I thought it was a B.
It could have been a B too, honestly. I mean, a blue potion though, like a blue potion, neither of them have half magic. I'm not really expecting that to cause any sort of problems, but we'll see. Ganon, we're just outside I think the range of a Ganon fall making a big difference for Pikapals. But it's not. It would definitely tighten things up. And the other thing about not having, half magic in here or extra potions means we're going to have to kind of go through with the sword, which is just a bit slower.
So how much time do you think Pikapal's made up with the lack of shield here?
Oh man, hours. Well, no, he just got nailed by that fireball. So that lost all of the frames that he gained by not having that.
Dang it! Need to start the run over.
Oh man,
just don't pick up the shield chests next time.
Yeah, that's what it is. There, you gain so much time from that.
I mean, yeah, you're right. This would have been like a sub 30 seed. It would have been amazing. But
It would,
next time just
yeah.
don't pick up shields. Just
That's all
remove
you
them
gotta
from the
do.
game, even.
Pretty much. Pika just motoring through these rooms, getting through the whiz ropes. Ooh, taking a bit of a ding there from that last one.
Yeah, they do what, 4 hearts of damage on Greenmail?
Yep. I mean, there's not too many enemies in Ganon's Tower that are actually like really damaging. It's mostly like, hey, can you avoid walking into spikes?
Yeah.
But yeah, those guys hurt hard. Now this room in here, okay, now Pikapals is fine. He doesn't have to worry about getting one shot by any of these lasers. Smartly waits to not despawn the tower there with the jingle glitch.
Yeah, and Tutor taking out Trinex 2 for his 7th crystal, about to enter GT.
And man, all right. So yeah, so it's going to be pretty much a full solid GT climb here. Pikapals has just been in a huge hurry to get up here. I feels like he's got places to be.
Ooh, getting a little trolled by the worm, but making it work, not falling off, not getting knocked off.
And yeah, no, we're on to Aga 2 over on Pikapal's side here. Tutor is just now entering this. I mean, that was a really fast climb on Pikapal's side there, especially with everything. And of course, you get rewarded at the end of that with half magic. So, I mean, Ganon just went from a annoyance to fairly easy for these runners, at least. I think one more should do it for Pikapals over here.
Was that a 3 cycle there?
I want to say it was a 4 cycle. Kind of difficult patterns.
Yeah. I always think of the Aghanim fight like a par 4 in golf, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you get 4, it's fine. It's like, okay, moving on, finish the game. If you get 3, you did a good job. And, you know, if you're a pro, you're trying to get 2.
Yeah, I mean, you're always trying to get 2, but Aga very often just makes that impossible. All right, Tutor picked up his big key. He's going to start climbing. Pikapals is jumping into his Ganon fight here. No silver, so it's going to be a lot of spinning with this sword here to take down the pig. Oh, hey, that's an interesting strat from Tutor. I've never seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I like that, actually.
Yeah, it saves a heart. Instead of 3, instead of taking 3 shots, you take 2.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See, that's why I watch these things, is because you know, I mean, I've played this game for years at this point, and there's still things that I'm learning just every day from watching other people's stuff here. Is Pikapals has already got the 1-in-1, and he's already into phase 3 right now, but Ganon does not want to sit still.
Yeah, I love watching other people play. There's so much to learn that are just like things you can incorporate into your own game, and you know, have it creates a sort of style for yourself that's like, most of the stuff is pretty optimized, so you kind of know what you should be doing, but then there's ways to do it differently.
All right, phase 4 here on Pikapal's side. Gonna start going for triples here. I want to say he's already gotten two spins on Ganon here. Ganon not really giving him amazing places here. Keeps going up to that top
the worst
right
spot.
corner. Yeah, if you're gonna get triples, you can't. It's really hard to get them from up there.
Yeah, you have to kind of be just set up to get him when he's on the right side.
Yeah, not going to get him there, unfortunately. God, he just keeps going up there. All right, it doesn't matter. Ganon is down over on Pikapal's side there. Don't go up too far.
Yeah. We've seen that at least once this tournament.
Oh yeah, and that's a bad feeling here. So as soon as Pikapals goes ahead and crosses this bridge here, he is going to take first place in this race. Go ahead, get your GGs into chat there for Pikapals as he crosses the line with a very nice time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, 28 seconds. GGs to Pikapals for sure.
Yeah, GG's. What a seed! Like the entire seed banked on who goes to swamp first, essentially.
Yeah, and I mean, getting those boots, that was the key for Pikapals. Like you can kind of see like one of the big differences here between the times is Pikapals got those, went directly to turn in his green pendant, and cstutor just went up and started checking Dark Death Mountain. I mean, it wasn't a bad play on Tutor's side by any means. It just unfortunately wasn't the correct play at that point.
Yeah, I think me and you both basically said the same thing. Like, you find the mitts and then you have what he has left. Like that didn't that wasn't the wrong thing to do at that point. To just there's a lot of stuff open. What do you check? Do you turn in the green pendant or do any number of mitts checks?
Right. And, we're now joined in by the winner of today's race and the winner of this stage of the brackets here, Pikapals. GG's there, bud.
Hey, GG's. Thanks.
So,
yeah, GG's.
So, first off, thoughts on kind of that seed there. Looked like you outside of the green pendant, things went pretty well for you.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Like, knowing immediately the fire rod was blocked by Aga, I was looking for any excuse to climb Aga Tower early game, and then the Pearl just didn't exist instead, so I got to wait until after getting tempered and boots, which I guess is nice.
Yeah, no, that was kind of like the whole thing of the game here is we were sitting here trying to figure out exactly when are these boots going to show up.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Turns out it's go mode.
Yeah, that was a fun one right there where you guys hit go mode about the same time as we actually knew where everything was, so
That looked like a 2-3-1 from Tutor there, I think. Maybe not.
yeah, no. There was a good kill there by Tutor. But so moving on to the next stage of the brackets there. How you feeling about everything? It's a little bit of relief or excitement. Where are you at right now?
Yeah, it's nice to make it to the next stage. I'm not sure if it's let me check. I don't remember if either of my next opponents have played either of their matches yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that too at the same time here because I'm not actually 100% sure who you're gonna be facing coming up here soon.
Yeah, it looks like it's NY Rambler and Humbug. It's the winner of that.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting match right there. See exactly who comes out of that one.
Yeah, for sure.
You've got an interesting little section of your bracket there. just looking ahead to future possibilities there. There's some people that I probably would be completely okay with not ending up playing.
Yeah, but I think at some point that ends up being like half of the bracket. So.
Hey, yeah, 100% there, totally. Okay, Tutor got his torch glitch there, so he's gonna be going on with his phase 4. First couple of spins going off without a hitch.
Getting a nice triple here.
mean, it's one of those things there. Yeah. Tutor's going to be done with this in just a moment here, so everybody get your GGs ready for him there. What do you think about basically left side swamp being where your mitts are going to be there?
That was interesting. Like, swamp in general was really interesting because you have the left side swamp essentially mitts, which there's a large group of people who would like just rush clear the dungeon, get 5 items, and be like, I don't need to check 1 item on left side swamp.
That was a thought that Dazed was even pointing out, that like if you
and then you
back
get
to front,
another large group of people who get the mitts out of left side swamp and are like, awesome, I have a bunch of stuff to check and without the green pendant for boots.
Right.
So it was just really interesting that you had to go basically to both extremes of swamp for this seed.
Yeah, I mean, there was just something there where so many ways for you to get caught by that dungeon, and neither of you did, luckily, right? Both of you just went in kind of with it seemed with the mindset of, I'm just gonna full clear this whole thing. And the biggest difference between you and Tutor after a point there was after swamp, you went to and immediately went to go check the green pendant turn in, and he unfortunately went up to Dark Death Mountain and started checking things up there.
Yeah, I was torn on whether I wanted to wait until after Dark Death Mountain for green pendant turn in, but I was like, I have a couple of water checks I want to check anyway, and that'll be the closest I ever get to Sahasrahla again, so I should probably just walk up there and do it now.
Yeah.
Especially since I was telling myself that if I go back up to Dark Death Mountain, I'm going to convince myself into Hera Basement, and I didn't really want that.
Oh yeah, that would have made sense actually from that perspective. By the time you would have been up there,
Not that much left by that point.
it's either that or Smiths.
Yeah. Who wants to walk all the way to CAC?
Oh God, yeah, we were trying to figure it out there, like if Smiths were going to be a thing, and now I was kind of thinking to myself at some point there, yeah, you don't really want to do Smiths without the flute right now, so of course you're going to hope that the flute's there, but the flute's probably in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, and of course, right there, fire-locked even.
Right. It's just like you would have liked this earlier, but sorry, not gonna have it.
Who needs a flute?
Yeah, it would have just been, you know, a lot made you guys not have to walk for the first like hour and 20 minutes of the siege.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I think even by the time you had Dark World access, we were kind of looking at the layout and was like, well, you need the boots and the mitts. And was there anything, and the mirror? I think that was it. We were like, oh, I think that's it for Go Mode. It's just like 3 things.
That was a crazy fast start.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and we are now joined in chat right now by CS Tutor. How you doing there, bud?
GG.
GG's.
Hey, GG's.
I'm okay with the loss. I don't know, like coming into this week when I found out that I was going to be up against Pikapals again, it was kind of like low. It was kind of a low point, to be honest, for me. I don't know.
I mean, I've been around this area for a while. Pika's been around longer than me, and then, you know, enough people know that Pikapals is not a race that is easy by any means. And you guys had already gone against each other there in Group K a couple of times, so you got really familiar with each other this tournament.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think that was the thing that hurt, and I think it was because it was back to back, not like after a couple matches and then we rematched. it was back to back essentially. Like,
Oh, you
and-
played what, 5 games in a row?
yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, I had a small. I ended up playing Skelly in between, but
And for me, it was back to For Pikapals, he got he had 2 matches in a row with Skelly before that. So that's I mean, there was some break in between, but for me, it's basically 5 matches with the same person. Like, so it was like coming into the week, I wasn't like in a good place to begin with, and it hurt me a little bit because it was Group K too. Like, okay, great. Yeah, somebody's going to move on, but then this group is already down 1, no matter what happens this week. Like, so that's why I was I was rooting for Pikapals too, like to make it through, like on round 3. But for me, I don't know. I just kind of was like over it after this week, and then I had done some practice seeds before this earlier today, like 3 of them, and it just was not going well. So I kind of knew even before this match, when yesterday's match, that it was not going to go well for me today either. So, but the seed itself, like in general, was not that bad. I just wish I had done Green Pennant like immediately right after, and I would have been able to do like, I wouldn't have done the mountain or any of that other stuff before, and I just wasted time because I didn't know if it was going to be mid-slock or if it was just this Green Pennant. It was one of those 2, but I didn't know. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, just kind of the way that it ended up going out for you there. I mean, you ran a real good seed. It's just that swamp decision there at the end when you full cleared swamp and you just got your mitts and you've opened up like 3 areas with super dense checks. And then you've also opened up this one kind of by itself.
yeah.
Yeah,
Of
you
course.
definitely made a good call at the time you did. When you went into Swamp, you still had a ton of other stuff, actually, it felt like. But, you know, the way that you routed, you both kind of routed the Dark World in reverse of each other, where after doing Hype Cave to Pod, you did, what was it, Skullwoods southwards towards Swamp, and when you ended at Swamp, it made sense for you to dive it. And Pikapals kind of did the opposite, where it was Hype Cave into Pod and then route sort of south to north and on Catfish to the Zoracheks. And then, so you were in in Swamp about, I don't want to say about 2 minutes ahead because of the direction and routing, but both routing choices were, you know, very clean in terms of like making sure that you cover all your bases.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what to say because the seed was really like gave us everything pretty much except for mitts and something else, like a mirror, I think, or super early. So I was like, oh great, this is going to be one of them fast gen seeds again. Like, and at least this one I felt like I routed and played this one better than the other one yesterday, but because yesterday I just like had such a terrible decision I had to make between 3 pendants, and one of them was the Gobo, basically. And so of course I chose wrongly, and kind of felt bad after that one. But this one, at least I don't feel that bad how I play this one. I just wish I just did Green Pendant faster than I did. And I usually do Green Pendant like immediately right after, and I should have like.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of, I mean, that's rando, unfortunately, to a point, you know? It's just like, sometimes you make the right decision in times like that, and other times it just, you kind of just get, hit by it, and there's really nothing you can do. You make the right decisions, but, you know, it's just not gonna help you too bad. I mean, unfortunately. It's a shame that it had to involve basically your tournament there, but I mean, you played an extremely good set there. just unfortunate that's at some point everybody's got, you know, there only one person is going to end up winning this thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right.
I just wish that I had a different opponent. I think that's the only thing and it's not so much like the loss or anything. It's fine. Like, I got as far as I did. This is actually my first tournament, really, like, ever. So, and I just started. Yeah, I just started like maybe like 9 months ago, like really getting into racing. So,
I mean, honestly, for your first tournament, this is a heck of a showing to make the brackets in the main tournament on top of everything. I mean, that's a strong first showing, and I mean, that means only pretty much means that like only good things are ahead of you.
Yeah.
thank you. I just wish I went up against Andy at one point. Is that like on ladder? Even if I lost, like I just one time would like to race Andy on something. Like even if I lose, like because I've been trying so hard. Like when I was on ladder, I was trying so hard to get Andy on mystery, but for some reason the random gods don't want to give that to me at all. So like I would have liked to race him one time at least, like sometime hopefully in the future. Even if I lose, it doesn't. I just wouldn't like to race somebody that big.
It will happen there. I mean, you stick around long enough, and then all of a sudden you get a race against Andy or Goomba or something. You know, so somebody big, and you just kind of go, "Oh, I should maybe be careful with what I asked for."
I mean, I've raced Goomba like 3 times maybe on ladder in cross keys and 80 keys, and yeah, he kicked my butt. Many times. I have not ever been able to win him against him once. Yeah, I think it's 3 times, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 4, I'm not sure, 100%. But yeah.
It's good fun for sure. Well, so we'll definitely be keeping an eye out on you here coming up in the next few bits there, but probably yeah, I mean again, congrats to Pikapals. Moving on to brackets, like you said, waiting for the winner of the NY Rambler and Humbug series there. That's yet to get underway here. I think more importantly, you get a week off, Pika, to go do whatever you want.
True, I can go do window things for a bit.
Yeah, you can go do some fun stuff. I guess other than that, guys, any final thoughts here before we shut this thing down for the night?
I think that's it for me.
Just GG's again. Looking forward to seeing how the rest of the tournament plays out.
Yes, GG. Please win for Group K.
Do it for all the Pikas.
Oh yeah, no, that was one of the fun things about you two racing against each other. There was the 2 chubby Pikachus running around.
I know, like the first restream of it, the comms and the chat were all confused, like who was who, like.
Oh, nice. Well, looking forward today. This is the last of our restreams for the tournament today. There is going to be a daily race starting up, I want to say, in about an hour. That's going to be cross keys. So if anyone's interested in that, you should probably figure out. I don't exactly know which of the Speed Gaming channels it'll be on, but it'll probably be on one of them. Coming up tomorrow, we got a whole day full of racing. There's basically tons and tons and tons of races. Earliest 2 races there are going to be starting at 5:10 tomorrow Eastern time. You're going to have Jet 082, the champion from last year's year and a half tournament. last tournament. There we go. Versus 2C. That's going to be an amazing race. You're also going to have Hayfield Bay versus Salty Fried. Those are both at 5:10 tomorrow. There's going to be seeds going on all day long. Going to be a ton of fun. So just, keep yourself on all of the Speed Gaming channels. Go ahead, follow all the Speed Gaming channels. Please also follow the runners today. Pikapals and cstutor89. Just a great race from both of them there. Pikapals ends up moving on there, but I mean, it was a ton of fun. It was a real pleasure to be a part of here. Other than that, this is pretty much all I got to say.
Yeah, it was great race, great to calm. I'm glad I got to join you here, calming Dazed.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, homemade beer, ton of fun here. Give him a follow as well. Our big shout outs again to our tracker there, Savory UX.
Keeping us honest.
Yeah, definitely. Without that, we probably would have missed many things. But yeah, other than that, guys, I think that's all we've got for tonight. So, any final thoughts there, Beer?
Nope, just looking forward to more of the tournament. Congrats to Pikapals for advancing, and I just hope to see more good races coming up.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, GG's to everybody, and we'll catch you next time.